To with Miss Fennell. Today on How To with Miss Fennell, we're going to be looking at how to log in to Google Classroom. So, we have logged into our email, and there are two ways that we can get into Google Classroom. We can either go directly through to Google Classroom, or we can go from our emails. So if you're logged in on your computer or on a tablet, you can go across here to the Google Apps. Now, what you'll have noticed over here in the very right hand corner, it will have a little circle with your first initial on it. So for my personal email, it will have a H for Hannah. For this email that we're using today, it's got a 5 because the first name is 5 and the second name is 6. For someone whose name is Ali, it'll have an A. For someone whose name is Sarah, it'll have an S. Okay, so that's how you can know whether you're logged in on yours. If it's got one of your siblings' initials in there, it's not for you. Okay, and if you hold your mouse over it, you will be able to see which email is logged in. If that is your email logged in, you can go across to the 9 dots where it has Google Apps. Click those dots, and if you scroll down, you will see all of the Google Apps that sit under the G Suite. You can get straight to your Google Classroom by clicking Classroom. And it'll take you straight on over to Google Classroom. This will just load. And the first time that you come onto Google Classroom, it will prompt you to set yourself up for the Google test. So for this one, it says Google Classroom, confirm that this is you. So I click continue. And I need to say whether I'm a student or whether I'm a teacher. For this, I'm a student. So I will click student. And then it'll have here listed all the classes that you're attached to. So for this video, I've created a test classroom. And I'm going to click join. Yours should say 5-6F. So I'm going to click join. And it is going to join me to my classroom. And then I'm going to have this brought up. And it's going to show me around Google Classroom. So the first thing it shows me how to create a post. And that is for you to be able to share information and questions with your classmates. So if you have a question about work or about school, you can put your question here and your classmates can comment. It is not somewhere for you to say, I'm bored, or what's everyone up to this weekend, or did anyone watch this TV show last night? It's not for you to socialise. It is for you to ask questions about your work. If it is found that you are going to be using this for socialising, we can remove this feature. However, we're going to trust you at the moment to keep it up, and it is going to purely be about school work. So you can type that, and then someone can reply to your message. On this stream, it will also have all the assignments that have been updated for you. But for you to find out what it is that you have coming up, you're going to click on classwork. And if I click on classwork, it's going to filter my subjects by topics. So we have a topic of science, and this is the example that we have. So it says use these links to filter the classwork so that you don't have to go searching for what it is. And so our first piece of work here, we have lesson 1 for science. So for each of your subjects and each of your lessons, you're going to have a lesson and then a task related to it. So for science, for lesson 1, we're going to click on that task. Now, I should have already watched my my lesson on the class website, so I should already know what's happening here. If I don't, however, I can go here and I can click View Assignment, and it will allow me to create some files, and we'll go through that in a moment. However, what it will have here is instructions on what is the task. So for this one, I've said this is a test because it is testing what is here for you. So underneath you will have, if it says your task today is to complete the quiz, the quiz will be linked under here, underneath. If it is complete the worksheet, it'll be linked under here. Okay, so for this example, we have this is a test, so I'm going to click the Google Forms because that is where my test is. And then it's going to have the form brought up for me. So if I've got a multiple choice questions, I need to choose one of those choices. If it's a short answer, I need to write a sentence. If it's a paragraph, I need to write 3 to 4 sentences. Okay? And that is how I answer. And then at the end, once I finish all of that, I click submit. Okay? And I'm only going to do it once. And then I can go back to my task and I can click mark as done. If that is the only task that I want to do and I have clicked submit, I can mark that as done. But what happens if my task has asked me to upload a picture of my drawing that I made? I could go add or create, and I might want to add a file. So I'm going to bring this up and I'm going to go, I want to select from my device, and I'm going to upload a photo. And I might upload this photo of a graph, and I'm going to click upload. And it's going to take a couple of minutes just to go through and upload. And that is me submitting my work. And then I can click turn in. And when I'm ready to submit all my files for the assignment, I can click turn it in. So I'm going to click turn in. Now, if I have a question about the task and I would like to put it out there for everyone to see, I can put it here under class comments. So everyone can see these comments. However, if I have a question that I just want Miss Fennell to see, I'm going to come over here and I can say, I can put my question here, and it is a private comment. So only yourself and myself will be able to see it. Only yourself and your teacher will be able to see that private comment. And you can send it off this way and click the little post, okay? And the teacher will get a notification for that and they will be able to reply. Well, once I'm all finished, I'm going to click turn it in, and I'm going to click turn in again because it asks me to confirm, is that really what I want to do? Yes, it is. And then it is all there. But what happens if I've done it and then I'm like, oh, I've got to change it? I can click unsubmit, and I click unsubmit again, and I have the opportunity to delete my file, and I can put it up again, and then I can mark it as done or submit it again. Okay? So if you've just got a quiz, you can just click submit as done. Okay? And then we can come back over here to our classes, and we go back to our class that we're in, and you will see now where it says turned in. So that task is done, and that is how we classify that task as completely finished. Okay? And that is what you will have for each of your lessons or pieces of work that we have. And that is Google Classroom.